Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mike, check. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mike, check. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see how all this goes, because I'm streaming both on YouTube and Discord simultaneously. I might be fucking up my internet. Let's see how all this goes, because I'm streaming both on YouTube and Discord simultaneously. I might be fucking up my internet. Let's see how all this goes, because I'm streaming both on YouTube and Discord simultaneously. I might be fucking up my internet. Alright, let's go.
The ray of light from the evil seed pierced the sky, its glow reaching as far as India and here. The ray of light from the evil seed pierced the sky.
Consumed by the evil seed, yet still with
evil
presence
seed.
of mind. A link between you are quite the still. Consumed by the evil seed, yet still with
evil
presence
seed.
Hey,
of
Roma.
mind.
Hey, what's up?
A link between you are quite the
Nothing much, nothing much. What you playing?
Some Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah. I wonder if I can just bring in a
Roma.
character. Hey, what's up?
Nothing much, nothing much. What you
Nope.
playing?
Some Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Please never do that again.
What's up?
What is this, 90s?
I want a divorce.
We're not married.
And marry me so we can get divorced.
Propose to me so we can get married.
Nah.
Darn it, I can't just bring in the character that I already made? What is this?
So, Ramel, I don't remember what your character's damage bonus is. But
4.
Bree's character is sitting here with a fucking +9 damage bonus.
That's a lot. But
Yeah.
Bree's character probably can only ever get the one attack off because you need to keep your action points to actually be able to defend.
Yep. So look at you. Somebody figured out how combat works.
I needed
Of
to
course
figure.
it was Romel.
I needed to figure out how my two-weapon fighting was actually going to work.
How do you like two-weapon fighting in this game, by the way?
So it changes from the first version and second version.
Okay.
Where in the second version, I don't mind it.
Oof.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this fight. So will you? Okay, will you fight me? So let's get this fight.
You look nice and... Are you ready? You look nice and tough. Are you here to... Let's get this over.
So
Let's
with the
get
two-weapon
let's get
fighting,
this
I
over
actually
with.
just
Are you
really
ready?
like the ability to get like a free attack off
Are
and
you
a free
ready?
parry.
Yeah.
So
Are
like
you ready?
once I'm in combat, I can actually just blow both my
Are you
action
ready?
points on attacking, get
Are
the
you
3
ready?
attacks off, and still have a parry available.
You look... Are you here to dance with me?
Yeah.
Let's
You
get
can always
this
just burn
over
a bit of
with.
stamina too and keep that up.
Yep.
Let's get
No,
this
but my
over
stamina's gonna be
with.
important because I only have 4 of it.
Let's get this.
True,
And
true, true.
I'd rather keep my stamina so I can basically kill you on your turn.
You look. Are you care to? Let's get.
You wanna have
Well, you wish.
You look.
Let's get this.
You wanna
You wish to fight me? You wish to fight me?
You wish to fight me? You wish to fight
I
me?
remember dueling being bad in one of the
You wish
versions.
to
Is it
fight
the
me?
first version that it's bad?
It's not that bad. So like if I can dual wield both weapons now because I basically just went hyper into 2-weapon fighting.
Mhm.
But I actually made it doable. So by
Right.
doing that.
I very much enjoy that there is genuinely like costs to, you know, min-maxing and shit.
Basically, if I'm not doing exactly what I'm doing, I'm gonna be garbage at it. And that's how I build my characters anyway.
Yeah.
You know, that character, eyebrow will be this one.
You have to keep plenty of spellcasters around. I do enjoy that you can just have your ally just fucking throw spells at you too.
Well, I don't get magicka otherwise, but basically it allows me to actually be the anti-mage.
Mhm.
Which is kind of gonna be my role, I think.
What standing scenario? Oh, right, Anshinaka. So okay, Ramel, I was trying to explain it to Bree. Could you more better explain what you meant by the what was it? What was the exact wording here? The whole Talos thing.
So Talos is a interesting concept because Talos technically exists prior to and after the only exists. So Talos only exists prior to the Daggerfall event, which is the Dragon Break in Ibn Basin.
Mhm.
Because Talos is made up of 3 people. It's made of Shore, what's his name? Tiber Septim, and I forgot the third person all the time. Do you remember?
Do you mean either Ysmir or a Wolfhearth, right?
I think Wolfhearth and Ismir are the same people. It's just a different name.
It's debatable.
debatable. But
yeah, happens a lot.
yeah. Yeah, so the reason why I spelt it like that is because that's the Apocrypha way of spelling out Talos.
Mhm.
And that's because he, at that point, by Apocrypha's 7th era, which is semi-canon, by the way, because it 7th era shit's being written by Mike Kirkbride. So, yeah, so Talos doesn't exist prior to the 3 of them becoming one. And the way Talos became a god, he transubstantiated himself by walking the path of Lorkharn. But it required the soul of 3 individuals and a dragon break to do it.
Now, it required. I'm trying to remember here. So at the end of Daggerfall, the Numidian gets destroyed. That's the Numidian contained whose soul again? Did it contain like 2 people's souls or something?
Yes. And it's a version of the Minimidium because it also exists later because of timey-wimey space shit.
Right.
Where it's constantly where it's also supposed to eternally fight math wizards in space laser ships.
Wait, what?
That's
Are you following?
that is actual. So there is spaceships.
But always remember, Outer Scrolls is just sci-fi.
There are actual spaceships in Elder Scrolls,
Yes.
but
What?
they don't take the form of
So-
spaceships as we know it. It's actually literally just teleporting wizard towers with death lasers.
There are also a bunch of like.
Now you're getting into
dragon-
Sigic Order stuff.
Yeah, but that's like high. That's proper Elder Scrolls lore.
Yeah.
Like
You can also really like figure out that you're in a game, at which point you gain control over like a bunch of stuff.
only if you don't zero sum yourself and just write yourself out of existence.
Because the second you realize that you're in a game and you possess all that power, a lot of people just kill themselves, basically, by accident. For on purpose.
Or they're just like unable to like handle that amount of power, which is why Vivek and Kyber Septim are the two main people that knew Chim. Also, prior to Kyber Septim accomplishing Chim, I think the half of the colloquial basin was actually jungle.
All of it was.
Was it? I thought Nibine Bay was just general. Like
No, that entire region was the jungle.
okay. Yep. So yeah, it was actually more akin to being in jungles.
And actually, because of ESO, there was another thing. Because basically, they went and they made Cyrodiil into not a jungle. And then they realized, wait a minute,
Your soul
Tiber
surges
Septim
in
hasn't
your
been
body.
born yet. So they I forget what the exact lore reason they gave, but they gave a lore reason as to why it's not a jungle in ESO. And I think it's because, like, oh, we're in the middle of another dragon break. So time is all crazy, and it's not a jungle right now.
That's honestly the easiest way to explain the lore, so they can just write it whatever.
Yep.
You understand the whole concept of a dragon break, right?
Nope. Last night was the first time I'd ever heard of that because I've never played any game but Skyrim.
There's a-
Skyrim's
Dragon Break.
entirely a dragon break.
Yeah.
What?
A dragon break is every main series of game, basically. So a dragon break is literally the dragon refers to Akatosh, who is the god of time. So the dragon breaking means time is breaking. So after the developers finished
soul
Daggerfall,
resonates with
which
the
has
light.
4 different endings, they realized, wait a minute, if we want to make a sequel, we have to have a canon ending. So what they decided to do was they created a dragon break where time broke down and all of the endings are canon.
Little Monday night hangout. Wow.
Hey, Huron.
Wow.
Oh yeah, so this is more Elder Scrolls lore, Huron, so you can get more in the mood for it.
Yep.
I was reading like Argonian stuff in the third era is where we're playing, right?
Argonians are fucking nuts.
They're not even the. It's pretty nuts. They're not even the most nuts. That's the funny thing.
Every single like species in the series is just insane. They put so much lore into everything. It's great.
The funny thing about that, honestly,
I mean, they've also had 20 years to do it.
The bulk of it came in Morrowind, written all by like one dude, who is like the savior of Elder Scrolls.
So the one funny thing about the one peoples that like doesn't have crazy shit about them is honestly just the high elves.
Yeah, actually.
And in most worlds, like the elves have the craziest lore, like the standard high elf has the craziest lore, because they usually come before everyone. But because it came before everyone, they're actually the most boring.
And like, you can argue that like, oh, the Imperials are a bit boring, but then it's like, wait a minute, there's Pelennor Whitestreak, and that in and of itself makes them so much more interesting than all of the high elf lore.
All right, so who wants to go on a lore tangent with Perennial Whitestreak?
Let's go.
So Perennial Whitestreak is
Boy,
technically a
Pelennor.
robot.
Yes.
What is what?
He is one of the effectively saints of the Imperial
Of the Empire.
of the Empire. And the funny thing with him is he was basically created by celestial beings. I forget which gods in particular. And then so
Akatosh and was it Kinnereth?
I think so.
Probably.
But regardless, he was created by like Adra, and he basically was just like super holy knight that was part of the Elysian Empire, or helped the cause of the Elysian Empire, which is how the elves no longer ruled Cyrodiil.
And that's what killed all of the Aliads who were the like original, or some of the oldest elves.
Yep.
Those technically still exist in Blackmarsh.
Because they are the Argonians.
No. Because they fled there.
Yep. What's another thing? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, he was
Best friend is a flying boar.
Yep.
And now they're just stealing from Chinese lore.
And then basically he was programmed to go mad whenever he saw an elf.
Mm-hmm.
And so he would actually just go around genociding people.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. So he there's like a bunch of books. I believe they're called the Song of Pelennor in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
There's like volumes 1 through like 16 or something.
Yep.
They tell his full story. There's also I think it's On the Dragon Break, something like that, which is basically how in lore they're like, hey, here's what happened in Daggerfall during this time. Which explains the like metaphysics of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so which Dragon Break? So the Imperials are gonna win, and the Stormhawks are gonna win. But which one's gonna be confirmed?
They both win.
Nords. Yeah.
Canonically, they both win.
How?
That's for Elder Scrolls 6.
And
like, you can either kill Ulfric or Elisif, not both.
They could both die.
the only people who actually no.
Or they could get married and just end all of it.
Yep.
They don't though, because you kill one of them in game.
At the moment.
And you can only, I believe, like, there'd still be pockets of resistance, so despite that, there'd still be an Imperial side, and there'd still be a Stormcloak side, regardless of who won.
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah.
for example, in the original Dragon Break, one of the endings is you were siding with the orcs, and them winning, and like destroying everything.
Okay.
So the compromise was literally like, cool, the orcs, they were just left alone, and the orcs left everyone else alone, and that's how that resolved.
So they weren't destroyed, but they didn't
Yes.
destroy everything.
They get destroyed later, but not at that moment.
Yeah. They immediately just get sieged by the rest of everyone by the end of the by the beginning of the fourth era.
Yep. So I believe what, like 16, 15 years they last.
Yep.
Why don't they just let? So in-game question: why don't they just let Orsimer exist?
Because orcs weren't people for up until like 16 years. Not even until Daggerfall. After Daggerfall, you couldn't play as
you're right.
you couldn't play as an orc prior to that.
Yeah. They were just generic fantasy enemies. I believe the canonical reason is that the orcs are, since they're the cursed people of Malakath, basically they just can't have anything good happen to them.
Yep.
Because isn't Malakath's thing that he's like the scorned or whatever?
Okay, so what are the Forsworn?
The Forsworn are Bretons.
They're just
that-
super breaded.
Yeah. So basically, they're half elves that used to live in the Reach. They claim the area as their own, as they have for a long time. And then when the Nords / Imperials moved into the area, they started murdering them.
And it's just been constantly been going for like thousands of years.
Yep.
It's basically they want freedom, they yell out freedom, and then they basically are the picks.
Yeah, basically. And the Bretons are half elves, as a reminder. And actually, I believe they're primarily like Nordic and Iliad, if I'm memory serves right.
Yeah, they be Nedic, not Nordic.
Sure, yeah. Isn't it Nedic?
Nedic, whatever.
Was that
I
open versus
don't think there's an actual pronunciation since no one says it in game.
Yeah. So those are the Imperials, basically.
No, Nedic are Proto-Nords. They're the ones who came from the north.
Yeah, but isn't that what the Imperials are?
There
Because they were
is
slaves before the Nords arrived. When the Nords arrived, there were already human slaves there.
Yeah, because Imperials are a mixture of the Needs and the original human slaves.
Okay.
Because the Elysian Empire, like, Elysia was not needed. But, like, parts of the people were.
So, Elysia, or Saint Elysia, she's the person as the start of the first era. And she's the one who basically liberated the Imperials, or the Needs, or whatever, from the Aliads that ruled over the area at the time. She's also the person who standardized basically the 8 divines. That entire like sect of that pantheon comes from her.
Fun fact: Akatosh didn't exist. He was sung into existence by fucking up another god.
Yep. How do we know?
Your soul surges in your body.
Huge important part because Akatosh, the body of Akatosh, was created from the primary elven god. And it was the same elven god which tore out the heart of Lorcan and shot it to towards Morrowind.
Elder Scrolls lore is crazy, in case you haven't picked up on this yet. and it is wonderful. There's also what 3 crystal towers, or is it 2?
I thought there was 4. It's the ones that keep up the laws of the world, right? So it doesn't
Yeah.
unravel from existence. I believe
Yeah.
it's 3 of them have been destroyed.
Yeah, because Adamantium was destroyed in the Oblivion Crisis, right?
Yep.
So at the moment, it's still standing.
I think there's only
But-
one left.
I believe, isn't the one left the one where they threw Lorcan from? Or was that from the Adamantium Tower?
I think it's the Adamantine Tower that's left, but
Yeah, it was.
because I believe one of the, and they're not all actual towers. Some of them are just metaphysical concepts.
Shit. Fuck. Damn it.
Yep.
I didn't heal quickly enough. I also did not save.
What I
Oh
find
yeah,
really,
because it's the Durrani Tower, which is in this is in High Rock.
yeah, and then I think I think that might be the last one that's left. And then because I know
Ever
Yokunda, there was a tower on Yokunda, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, but obviously
That one got
gone.
destroyed when it got sunk into the sea.
Yeah.
Also, CLs
the
are
white-
a thing.
Yeah, was it Murmur?
Malmer.
Malmur, that is. The White Gold Tower. Remind me what that was again.
White Gold Tower is either the central tower in the Imperial City or
It's the
on-
central town in the Imperial City. But I'm trying to remember what was special about it. What was the?
That's where the White Gold Concordat was signed.
Yes.
Yeah, but
also-
no, there's like a
Was it built by the aliens?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the few remaining alien pre-Elysian structures that exist.
Right.
So is Serana she's pre-Syrian. Is she like from Imperial? She's pre-Imperial. I'm sorry, I don't know. how
All
to say
good. All
things.
good. No.
Don't-
Keep going. Keep going.
Don't yaff at me.
Mid Second Era. So
She's
she
from
would have
mid
been.
second era.
Yeah, so she's between the rules of the Riemann and Second Empires, which means she's from ESO. That time,
Oh,
because ESO takes place in the time period between the Riemann Empire and the Septim Empire.
If I recall correctly, like one of the DLCs is going to the Citadel because there's a triple civil war happening.
Yeah,
Like that's the whole basis.
yeah, that's the premise of the game. It's a
then
really
why-
good game, and it's the main thing to actually advance any of the lore since Morrowind, to be honest.
ESO.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they expanded on Thooms, which is nice.
You following along, Huron?
I'm playing League.
A good endeavor. Good choice.
What are the like all female space dragons called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
So all dragons are male, firstly.
Yeah. But there's a species of like
Proto dragons that are all females that are actually the
Yeah.
female versions of dragons. Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called, but that's a thing. I think, and they all base their entire job is that whenever Akatosh breaks, their job is to basically put him back together.
Mhm. Also, the what are the Drew are aliens, right?
I think so.
Or were they the previous rulers?
Can
The
you
Tyrannic Drew
remind me who they
kingdoms
are
reported by
again?
Meg-
There's
The
a
Drew are the aquatic, like, chitinous people.
the Drew, it came from a different Kalpa.
Yeah.
Because is it one of the Daedra was a Drew Lord.
Molag Ball.
Yep.
Oh my god. What's the one Elder Scrolls lore site called? Is it the Imperial?
UESP is probably the better one, but then there is another one as well.
Imperial Library. That's what it is.
That one's probably the most lore friendly.
Yeah. Let me look up the Drew here and see what I can pull up.
UESP pulls a lot from Apocrypha.
Mm-hmm.
Battle 1.
Because, like, they'll reference the, Vivek basically, raping, Azura during his own trial.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Wait,
is
what?
soft canon. Before he fucked off and just decided to abandon the role. That's what he did.
After mating with Molag Ball, Vivek released a shell of Ready Man into the...
And it came about because a whole bunch of the writers started RPing something in the middle of like a lore-friendly website. Like all the writers.
Mm-hmm. Elder Scrolls lore is fucking weird.
Yeah, it is.
So, how are y'all liking the system so far?
It's interesting.
Watch this!
Hello. How you liking the system so far?
Well, after discovering the concept I wanted to go wasn't actually in the game yet, I
What was your
Oh
concept?
no.
really Conjuration. None of the stuff was in the book. It said it was adding it later.
Aw.
Isn't there like the second
Did
book?
you?
I saw a whole
did you
bunch of
read both
summons.
books?
I was only using what was posted. I only saw one book.
There was 2 books posted.
Oh.
Go to the UERP one because that one actually has summons.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Summon Daedra, the different type. Which Daedra is like the main thing that you summon, so.
Or skeletons and stuff. But yeah. It
As well as the
Uh,
Atronox.
if you're gonna go conjuration, you'll have to like basically go into the journeyman or adept as soon as possible. Because if you can't, I was reading on how you actually do magic, and is at least with the second book, you can only you're really disadvantaged for not having the correct spell level.
Yeah.
To what you can cast.
Zeron, it's on page 125 of the USC RPG RRE.
Alright.
And that's what we're going to be using. It actually
It also adds a whole bunch of things, like for getting 10% more health for being an orc, and 1 extra damage. Which then plus the 50% for being large put her at 9. But also range attacks get a plus 10 to hit her. So I'm gonna have lots of archers and lots of mages. But that just feels very Elder Scrollsy, so.
I mean, if
Archers and mages.
if you're not being caught on fire and getting only that like 1 damage at a time, is that really Elder Scrolls?
You're right. You're absolutely correct. Oh man, and Winged Twilights. I love those.
I don't remember if it's actually canon, but I know it's alluded to a lot, and it's still like 80% sure because it's headcanon for me. But the hero Kavach is Shiogora, right?
Sorry, what?
The hero of Kavach is the current iteration of
Jills.
Shiogara.
Yes, that is actually canon.
Okay.
At the end of
Soul
Shivering Isles,
surges in
you
your
just
body.
become Shiggorath. So
I want Jigalag to come back because he's supposed to be super overpowered.
yeah.
They're called Jills, by the way.
Oh my god, I forgot about it. I knew they had a really stupid name, but
Oh, the female
dragons.
Yeah.
Female mini Alduins are released by Alkosh whenever Akatosh goes off the deep end for a bit. They devour chunks of the world until enough stress has been removed from Akatosh that he goes back to being sane and linear. Most people say they're subgradients of Akatosh. I'm not entirely sold on that. Akatosh's subgradients are dragons, not Jills, and Akatosh's role within the Akatusk Oversoul is being time, not fixing time. Alkosh's role, on the other hand, is upholding time, so the Jills being his subgradients makes much more sense. The Jills are coming to fix some Dragon Break, and the Hist are all like hell no, and they shoot them with math. That's the 9th era stuff. The true Lovecraftian being of the Elder Scrolls universe isn't Hermaeus Mora, it's Sithis.
Yeah. Sithis is probably better as Yogg-Sothoth. Hermaeus Mora is more Cthulhu, but Yogg-Sothoth is more Sithis, which is a lot more fuck.
just always remember, Elder Scrolls is a sci-fi series.
That's why I said it's post-apocalyptic. The level of magic, which is actually less as each game iteration comes about.
Thank you for leading me down this rabbit hole.
No problem. Welcome to Elder Scrolls.
You only really learn it by doing it.
So anyway, Haran, do you think Conjure is going to work now, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm not even paying attention to the, like, words. What am I supposed to be doing? I've just been hitting buttons and killing people. Oh, okay.
In all my notes, it just have Will's character referred to as Cat Thief. I don't think he's named them yet. Oh my god, Asher.
So, my favorite lore bit of anything in Elder Scrolls is the Khajiit literally just piled on top of each other to go touch the moon.
Yeah.
Also that there's air in space.
I can't believe that Asher actually, the Mad Lad, actually did go with his character name being Chicken Sandwich.
I was wondering what that was. I'm like, that's probably his character name.
Yep.
According to Michael Kirkbride, a former writer at Bethesda, Jills, or Minute Menders, are the female variant of dragons who serve to mend dragon breaks. Mana Macro attributed them to fixing the warp in the West. Their male counterparts, drakes, are said to be less powerful than them.
Warp in the West. That's what the Dragon Break in Daggerfall was called.
Yep. It
That's what the book is
literally only happened like 15 years prior to Morrowind, so.
So this literally was like, this is relatively recent. I was telling Brie, like, this is gonna happen like basically around the exact same time as Oblivion, just because it keeps the lore a little bit easier to handle.
Just set it a year before, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So. Oh god, I forgot how many fucking weapon qualities and shit there are.
So Haran. Say a random concept, and let's see what these two Elder Scrolls nonces can come up with. Because I'm sure they'll have a fucking crazy story no matter what you come up with.
Literally just ask something what you want to know about Elder Scrolls.
What's the Dawn Guard? That was always interesting. I never.
Oh, that's honestly that's a really simple answer. They're effectively vampire hunters.
Oh, that's it? There's nothing deeper to that.
Depends. Let me pull up their page and refresh myself here. So do you have a connection to werewolves?
Do they?
Yes, they do.
I did not know that.
The first of the Dawn Guard were okay. I'm just looking to the lore page.
That would explain why they hate the vampires.
Yes.
They're very good vampire hunters. They use crossbows a lot.
Which is actually one of the first iterations. I was surprised it took that long to get crossbows in.
Yeah, so
Right? It's It's been since fucking Morrowind.
I know, but it was surprising. It was the first iteration of crossbows in Skyrim. Like you couldn't get crossbows prior to.
Yeah. So, in relation to the fort itself, I'm struggling to remember the lore up full here, but the fort was built in the Second Era by a Jarl of Riften to contain a son who contracted vampirism. He hired a large mercenary band called the Dawn Guard to guard his son. The threat of vampires was eventually regarded by the people of Skyrim, and the fort was abandoned. Isran is using the fort as his base of operation for his attempt to rebuild the Dawn Guard. So basically, they were a older group of vampire hunters, or of basically vampire keepers, etc., who had been in this fort, and Isran, he basically was like wanting to revive the idea of vampire hunters because the Vigilant of Stendar, who are basically priests of Stendar, who fight.
They suck pretty hard, by the way.
They fight all sorts of basically like quote-unquote abominations. We're basically
Red
not
as
doing good
Daedra.
enough. We're not doing a good enough job. And so he basically set off to go reform the Dawn Guard as a way to actually combat the threat genuinely instead of just not doing anything about it.
But yeah, that honestly, they're kind of boring. As far as Elder Scrolls lore goes. The creation of vampires is a lot more interesting.
Oh god, let's not get into it.
Yeah.
The giants.
Oh, okay.
You would know more about this. I'm not a big. Didn't read on giants too much.
All right, so giants, they're found basically throughout all of like northern Tamriel. So nobody really knows where they came from, but they actually believe that they have like an ancestral connection to the Nords through the Atmorans. For Haran, and maybe Bri, I don't know if you know this or not, Atmora was
where the Nords originated from. It's where Euphremor sailed from. I know.
It's an ancient continent, an ancient island basically to the north of Tamriel that still exists. It's just frozen over and nobody can actually live there, except for the people who do live there.
He's not kidding. That's a thing.
So Nords came from Atmora, and so is believed to be giants. Ancient giants were intelligent.
They still have a
could
semblance
speak.
of intelligence. They just
Yes.
you're talking about speaking intelligence.
Yes.
That's different than pure intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah, they're semi-nomadic. I believe there are female giants. They just aren't depicted in the game.
It's an Entwives kind of thing.
You overdid it.
Yeah, you can actually get along with them. And you know there have been mercenary giants and gladiator giants. So.
And women
also
that
have a-
and people that are born of giants.
Yeah. They also have an interesting religion that nobody really knows that much about.
Also very fond of carving live animals' ivory.
Anything else?
There's that woman in Elder Scrolls who, when you first meet her, she is half giant, right?
In ESO, yes.
Yes.
I was wondering where you're gonna go with that because, like, there's a woman in Elder Scrolls, and I was just thinking, you know, that does not narrow things down at all.
It narrows it down by like 60%.
Her name is Lyris Titanborn.
Okay.
She... Let's see here. She accompanied Emperor Varen. She was betrayed by... What's his name? Was it Minimarco, wasn't it? No, Minimarco didn't. Beforehand.
Marco's a fun subject, but like
Minimarco is so interesting.
Battle 1. Fight!
What's the dialogue? I want- I don't want her dialogue.
I'll give it to you real. Ron's reaction to that was, "Mwah, peace, so it was this."
Oh, her voice actress is Jennifer Hale. That's cool.
Who?
Jennifer Hale. She's done a lot of voice acting, photography. Let me see here. Things that I remember. She did Miss Keeney, Princess Morbucks, and Sedusa from Powerpuff Girls.
nice.
Let's see here. She was Billy's mom in Your Adventures of Billy and Mandy. My god, she's done so much.
Alright. Now I can start editing my character.
She voiced June and Avatar Kyoshi in Avatar The Last Airbender. Oh, she played Ayla Sakura in Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Watch Loki?
I have not yet.
No.
Once again, I do not have Disney Plus, so I'm in that crowd that has to like.
So
for
what
it.
I'm hearing is, when does the next episode come out?
This Wednesday.
So what I'm hearing is Thursday, we instead of a movie, we just watch both episodes.
I'd be down.
I'm cool with that. Because that first episode was pretty good.
The biggest person, like the biggest thing I know her from is she's the voice of Female Shepherd in Mass Effect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, now I'm going to play. It's 8 o'clock? I got some time.
Holy shit, it is 8 o'clock. Oh god.
You need to eat, don't you, babe?
No, I was making food.
Oh, God.
Do what?
My mom is making food.
You won't be able to say that much longer.
I know.
That's exciting.
Let's see here. Vivek is like honestly
Cooking is
like
bullshit. It's not exciting at all.
I'm with her on that.
Yeah. I love cooking, but it becomes tiring after like doing it all the time.
Yeah, especially like when you know what you're doing, so you know what I mean. Like your standards are higher than mine.
Yeah. My standards are high, but also like
Not.
I see I like if I mess up in cooking, it's a lot less of a big deal for me than it is for like a lot of other people I know.
This is
Like-
face black. Oh no.
Because the thing is, if
you
I
know
mess
how
up
to
in
salvage
cooking,
it, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I know what it is that I need to do to get it back to right usually. And if nothing else, one thing I found is just always have a backup plan.
Yeah.
So like if I'm making if I'm making pasta, like that's an easy one. We're like, cool. I know how much if I need to like remake the sauce, or if I need to make like a second sauce, or just have mac and cheese ready. By the way, Remo, was that enough questions, or did you want more questions?
I don't know. I thought everyone else answered questions. I'm literally just answering what I know.
Okay. Right. So let me see here.
Oh, we're doing that tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah. So that's why Remo asked for questions.
It's very heavily on certain people, so I would just like more other questions so I don't have to think of more.
Yeah. To be
Also-
honest, Ariston and Charlotte have like nothing because you know, weren't really there.
Which is
enough
funny
to
because I
have
have
the
the
questions.
I have probably a lot of questions for them because they weren't there.
Really? That's
Yeah.
funny. I literally sat there like I couldn't think of any questions for Ariel or for Charlotte, and I was like, you know what? To be honest, like I have questions for everyone else.
Ariel actually went through a lot early game, so it's just
And see, I
more.
didn't see any of that, so I don't have any
Yeah.
questions to ask about it.
Yeah, so it's more about like, okay, what the hell did we do again, more than anything.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
more questions I wanted to ask Bree, but I was like, you know what?
I
we
don't
have the
really
time
have
to ask that.
any questions, and I feel bad about that. But I kind of want everyone to focus on like themselves and not my
Oh,
questions.
wait.
You
There's
do
one more
know
question.
it's not a talk since the DM doesn't have to answer like 90% of the questions, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm just gonna send you the screenshot of this. I don't even know what question to put there. If you can think of any questions to put there, go right ahead. I just thought of the name and I needed to have it on there.
All right, cool. I was wondering where we were gonna go with that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Never mind.
We've got a lot of marshals here.
We do, yes.
There's also like, did anyone actually ever pick up restoration?
No.
No.
Because I would have if I had like the starting proficiency.
Yeah, untrained. Brie, have you picked out your skills?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no. But yes, but no. But yes, but no.
Yes, but actually, no.
Well, I did it for the pre-change thing, but now that we
Mhm.
can have like the negatives and the positives and things, I need to look at it again and make sure those are still the ones I want to pick.
What do you
Exactly.
mean
Know what I mean?
negatives and positive?
I have them for the original booklet, not for the new booklet.
Right. Okay. Anyway, over what were you gonna say?
I like it. I was just gonna say, like, they really opened up my character so I could actually proc into the things I needed to actually be competent.
That's good.
Yeah.
I really didn't like how in the third edition version of it, like the races of Tamriel didn't have like that many actual bonuses. Like I think you got like maybe 2 things, but like
God damn, that's 3 snow bears.
I should have
I'm
done
fucked.
Jean Lily. Oh. Oh, I could have just gone.
Why are
with...
there 3 snow bears?
Why didn't I just do Jean Alter? Oh,
Run,
whatever.
run, run.
you should.
No. Back to
Run,
creation.
run, 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 run.
Had so much fun the one day I was trying to explain Fate to Maddie. That was really fun.
Guys, the bear is running on 2 legs.
They do
Yeah,
that.
they do that. Jinx.
No! I think it's time.
Like Haran, if you haven't checked, like I think you get like an extra skill in the other version.
Okay.
Let me see here. The stats should be the exact same.
Alright, what do I need to do for this? Color...
Yeah, the stats are the same. You get
What stage?
yeah,
do I want
you
to show?
get 1 extra skill for free.
Cool.
And then let me see here. Well, you already did your stuff, so I'm kind of worried about you. Well, I already did his stuff. That's not curious. Yeah, everyone gets like an extra skill. Just period. Which in a skill-based game, I think, is definitely yeah.
Alright, do I want her with a cloak? Yes.
Can you save presets?
I already have a Jean. This is just for the campaign.
Oh, okay.
If I did a preset, I would have just done the original preset. Luckily, I pretty much have most of what I need here. Just need to change out some things.
I like that we have 2 red guards.
And I'm not one of them. It's weird.
You don't have to be one run.
I thought you were gonna be an Argonian.
He is. God, red guard lore is so fucking cool.
Everyone keeps saying that the Dunmer are very samurai-esque. No, the Red Guard are actually
Oh,
super samurai-esque.
Absolutely.
I need boob armor? That gives me a skirt. Means I can keep the leggings. She wears Basically, plated high heels.
You very much need the cloak.
But I could go second or third ascension and not have to deal with the cloak.
No, Ramel, you need the cloak.
Fine. What do you mean I can't use those leggings with those? God damn. You know what, that works.
Yeah, so yeah. God, I always forget how intense that character creator is.
It's intense and it's not.
Yeah. If only it wasn't for a fighting game. Though I have considered buying that game literally just to make characters in it.
Close enough.
Hey, Ramel,
What's up?
tell us about Winterhold
When?
before the Great Collapse.
It was the center of magic for pretty much all of Skyrim prior to the Great Collapse. There is a theory that they helped cause the destruction of there's a kind of a theory where they ended up doing. So how far into this do you want me to go? Because
How far do you want to go?
there's a whole subplot with this with the Sujic order.
Oh Lord.
Such order is always involved in some shenanigery.
I'll
be back.
Like high end of that, it's just basically the center of magic for multiple millennia in Skyrim.
Okay, what about the deep bottom of the iceberg?
Deep bottom of the iceberg. Are you talking where the prison is? Or are you talking about the Sujic order portion?
I'm talking about like the deep part of the
It's been a while since I played. I would have to read up on it again. Sorry. What are you trying to go on with that?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it or your thinking. You think thoughts good. That being said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be back.
Alright. You mean I can't put a loincloth over that armor? That's belt work. No, I hate the belt. And now I have to change the arms. Oh, what's eyes turn yellow. I feel like a Oh, 50.
I cook chicken with pepper. Okay. You can wrap it. Okay. The lettuce still in there. Okay?
Awesome. See ya. Is it too purple? Let's be more black.
You wish to fight me? Won't let me pass, huh? 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 Won't let me pass.
I am
huh?
Babakit.
Welcome back. There we go. Oh, I hate slippery stages. Does not work with my fighting style, which is just run at the enemy. Change that. Better. Oh yeah, much better. hell did the morning robes work on that jacket? Yeah, whatever. That covers that. Do, 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 do. So how's your league game going?
I've been playing Mass Effect since somebody mentioned it earlier.
Chris mentioned it earlier.
Did you get the collector edition or the new one, the re-release?
Yep, the remaster.
Battle
Still going
1.
through,
Fight!
first game.
That felt good. That felt good. That felt good.
Battle 2. Fight!
That felt good.
Hey, Romel.
What's up?
If I provide you with a useful document, would you that you find useful, would you broadcast it during tomorrow's talks?
Sure.
If I get it to you and you can look at it.
Sure.
Okay.
Depends on what you mean by the document, and I'd have to go over it. It's... I don't mind broadcasting it.
Cool. That's all I needed to know.
Depends on what you mean by broadcast, because if it's... Because I'll also be doing a recording, so...
Cool.
Yeah, I don't also have a...
Surges
I need to
into
figure out
body.
how to do splash screens and scene changes better.
Well, practice makes practice.
Well, we'll see how that goes. It's something I should probably know how to do anyway.
Hi there, pretty kitty. Where'd my boyfriend go?
I don't know. Is he still on call?
Yes.
Eating?
He's muted, but he's on call.
1. Fight!
Let me see what you can do.
Screw you, Mitsurugi.
Fight! Battle 2. Fight!
Okay, now. The Jeanne d'Arc altar worked out really well.
Oh, Ophelia.
Alright. Now.
Fight!
Have fun!
See ya.
Good ball.
That felt good. You. That felt good.
You fight well. Not yet. Ready? You Kurasa!
Don't cry now.
wonder if it's... Oh, it doesn't. That's saddening. I'd actually have to complete the game. Oh. Woohoo.
Okay, let's get this started.
It seems I must also draw steel.
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight!
I am back.
I'm back.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
My parents just found out that Les Wexner built New Albany. So, you were telling me that?
Nice.
Battle 3. Fight!
Why did you dash forward? Why'd you do that? There you go.
Right. So, I was finishing up these questions.
I was gonna do it once I finished this.
No, I'm writing in the book. What you have
Oh.
right now so far. Yeah.
Okay. The physical character sheet I'm gonna do once I've finished with this quest. That's what I plan on doing tonight.
Yeah, all good.
When do you think we'll have our buy options?
They're on my list.
Oh.
The wins.
Okay,
Battle 1. Fight!
And I would like to note that when I say they're on my list, because I know I say that often, I literally mean I have a physically written list.
I assume that. Most people don't say this unless you actually have one. I am annoyed I lost that.
Battle 2. Fight!
I need to get Cassandra.
does that hurt?
Really?
Battle 3. Fight!
Man, I haven't made... Mix it.
Jesus Christ! So y'all know Barbas, right? You know he's out of Fall Creek, right?
Why are you speaking like that?
Cause this is his voice. This is my impression of a New York accent. It's got a lot of...
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, no. Anyway.
So how do you say bagel?
Bailey! Anyway. Moving forward.
How did I do that move?
Okay, so he's supposed to be out of Falkreath, right?
Claim victory.
Really?
Okay.
You stood a chance.
He fucking followed me to Knife Point Ridge.
Doing what?
Secret trigger is dialogue.
Yes!
Huh.
He literally followed me to Knife Point Ridge. I'm in the middle of fighting some bandits, and right behind me comes running up Barbas, and he's just like, "You're exactly what I was looking for!" I'm like, really? Because it seems like you sort of followed me to this point. Where am I? You just shot an arrow at me. I'm not even that well hidden.
Well, that was a gamble.
Did it fail?
No, I won. I literally made the game end on a rock, paper, scissors.
Nice.
There we go. He tore off my clothes.
What?
There's damage breakpoints that you can do in this game, and they tear off the clothes of people.
But hey, it's not bitter water. So.
I don't know. Sometimes you just need some beach volleyball in your life.
With the like, weren't the like jiggle physics like literally one of the main selling points?
Yeah. But the actual Dead or Alive game is actually really fun as well.
Yeah.
The jiggle physics.
Yep. Alright.
No.
Right. That. On to Tel Aviv.
Isn't Tel Aviv the freaking city in Jerusalem? Israel?
In Jerusalem. There you go. It's the capital of Israel.
I don't geography.
It is the capital of Israel, right? Or is it still Jerusalem? No, it's Jerusalem. But I thought Jerusalem is
That'd be like
considered...
that'd be a super hot topic.
Yeah.
if they made Jerusalem the capital city.
Yeah, right.
Hello,
Hey,
my
Maddie.
young Nordstrom.
Hello. Miang Nosadam. That is me.
How's it going?
Miang Nosferatu?
Sure.
No, there's a better one. What's the other one? Not the knockoff Dracula. The astronomer
Nostradamus?
from. Yes, that one.
See, those two would be really hard to say backwards and have a name.
Oh, is that what that is?
Nosadam is Madison backwards. Miang is
Oh.
my initials.
I did not know. I thought you were just
we
weird.
go through this like every 3 months, I swear.
I always have to end up telling some new person. I was on a live
Also-
stream and I explained that to the person who was streaming one time.
I'm
He's
not
like,
a new
"What?"
person.
Oh,
Also,
and
Miang is
Jerusalem.
literally
Really
just-
not a new person.
Miang is literally her initials.
I have 5 names: Madison, Ida, Ardell, Norman Gray.
Jerusalem is the capital.
Yeah, that's what I was
Really?
saying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
I thought it was neutral ground, right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, but No, Tel Aviv was temporarily capital during some point.
Yep. But also, don't their names just be like that?
Yeah. We're accurate.
By the way, Remote, you have the highest stat total by like a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I brought up Hazel and Asher because they were like in the 270s. You're in the 312s.
Mm-hmm.
He knows and is happy.
I only brought them up to Will's level. I think he was at 290.
What's Bree's speed at?
Hold up. Her speed is
I'm
9.
not very agile.
No, speed will basically affect how far you can run. So,
Her speed is 9.
oh, if you ever put on what's her combat style for armor?
I have a heavy.
So -5 on your speed on that. So your speed is 7.
I'm pretty sure she's got stuff to combat the. Because is that speed penalty flat? Like no.
It's flat unless you pick up the feats for heavy armor.
Hmm.
Also, drawing your weapon if you don't already have it out is a full action point to do. If you don't have quick draw. By the by. That's why I basically talented into that. Also, I'm gonna get fucked over by disease if I ever have to do a disease roll.
Just how bad
Hold up.
is
Let me
your...
switch over to a new note. Add diseases. Okay.
Yeah, because I have -20 to all resist disease checks.
Oh my god. Seriously?
It's what gave me ambidextrous.
That's hilarious.
I don't know how having the -10 to pain tolerance is gonna affect me, but
What does it do?
-10 to resisting pain. Whatever that means. I don't actually know how that plays in the rules.
Let's find out. Let's see how many fingers we can break.
None, apparently.
Yeah, my character is built around not getting damaged, hopefully. Or maintaining concentration of some sort. If I can get away, I'll try and get away.